Yeah, welcome to Sand Mountain Community Watch. I was sitting here knitting, so I'll put that over to the side. We're glad you tuned in today. Today is, if you're watching right now. Of course, if you're watching right now, you're watching right now no matter when, right?
That's true.
But right now, we're doing this live, and it is Tuesday, March the 28th, right?
Yes, it is.
Right. Tomorrow is March 29th. You know what day that is? It's my brother's birthday.
It is?
My little brother.
Well.
He's not little, but he's the younger he's the younger brother.
And how old will he be?
Lord, I was hoping he'll be 61.
Oh, he's getting old.
I know. So happy birthday, Lee. Hope you have a good day tomorrow. Well, every day. We hope it's good every day. But
What are you getting him for his birthday?
I done got it. Done give it to him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, you're an awful nice sister.
I know, right? So, anyway, that's all I got to say about that.
I guess that's enough. Happy birthday, Lee.
Happy
So
birthday.
I guess that's enough.
Yeah. So, do you have any announcements?
Well, I have several, but I just don't know if I'm going to have time to do mine and
I
yours.
will let you go ahead because I don't have that many.
Well, you do yours and then we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. Well, my announcements this week. First of all, we are excited about our guest today. It will be Mr. Matthew Hodges, Chairman Hodges. He'll be here, we hope.
He better hurry up.
He'll make it. He might be a few minutes late, but he'll make it.
I'm not going to cover for him.
You might have to. Can you talk about the county?
You just ask me the questions you would ask him, and I will come up with an answer.
Okay. We'll see how that works out. Y'all better be hoping that Matthew shows up. Blood drive's coming up in March. You know, March is just about over.
It is.
The 31st. Well, today's 28th, 29th, 30th, 31. 3 more days is all that's left in March.
Well,
Then April Fool's Day. So I don't know if anybody has been as foolish as I have and been watching April, the giraffe. She hadn't had her baby yet, to my knowledge. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, don't feel bad. I don't either half the time. But this is there's a giraffe. Her name is April. She is at the animal park up somewhere in New York, and she's on YouTube, ready to give birth. And 6 weeks ago?
it's been a while.
I
yeah.
started watching, and because in your mind it's like, oh, you can see the baby kick and all this. Oh, she's gonna have that baby in a minute. I want to be watching when she has that baby. She still don't have that baby.
It'll be Saturday.
So I'm thinking it's all April Fool's
Exactly.
joke, and it's gonna be on us, idiots. There's been 91,000 people watching live.
Why?
And then what was so funny though, another lady, a pregnant woman, did I show you that?
Yeah, I saw it.
A pregnant woman got in her bedroom and put a giraffe head on and walked around.
Walking around, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, enough about that in April. Blood drive's in March. There's only one left, and it is going to be the 31st, which is Friday, at Walmart, the Walmart in Fort Payne, and that is from 11:30 to 5, and that would be Central Time. Saturday, April the 8th, that's not this Saturday, but the next, will be the downtown market on the square. All you vendors out there that have stuff that you want to sell, homemade things, get in contact with Miss Kathy Mitchell at 256-599-4717. I need to call and see if they've got them a full, if they've got all the vendors they can take or not. I don't know if they do or not. I also want to remind everybody about the backpack programs. Don't forget those wherever, if it's Bridgeport, Bryant, wherever they're doing a backpack program. If you can help out with that, be sure and remember to do that. The second annual Bryant Junior High School PTO. Did you do something
Are you
about that?
having trouble today? Or?
I can't talk. The golf tournament will be April 22nd, and I still don't know. I need to find out. I think it's down here. I don't know where it's at. It may be at Dogwood. I don't know. I'll find that. I said that last time, didn't I? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I do. When I go home, I take this book I fold it up and I lay it down on the table as I walk through the door. You know when I pick it up again? Tuesday as I'm walking
Coming
out the
out,
door.
yeah.
I'm a terrible, terrible host. I just don't take time to do things like I should. I apologize. Y'all deserve better than this.
Well, you do a good job. This is a busy time of the
It
year
is
for
a
you.
busy time, and I'm trying to do too much. But don't forget, April 24th is Confederate Memorial Day. The courthouse will be closed.
Oh, I
Don't-
suppose you're going to ask Matthew about it too, I think.
what it was?
Mm-hmm.
Confederate Memorial Day? Well, I will. We'll ask him that. He's here now, so we'll ask him that.
Good thing. I thought I was going to have to cover for him.
I was kind of hoping. I'd like to see some of your answers to the questions. My first question to him is, how big a cabin do they have down there at the park to rent?
Big.
No, they don't have them that big. I need like a 4 or 5 bedroom.
I don't think I'm that big.
That's all I think. I don't think they do.
Why don't want so big?
Because I want all of our kids to get together and hang out with us.
Well, let's just get a small cabin and we'll invite the ones that like us.
Well, we wouldn't even need a.
There you go.
We can just
Problem solved.
the ones that like us. That would be a nobody. Oh, golf tournament is at Trenton. Thank you. I love my supporters.
Who done that?
Miss Bridget.
She's got your back.
She does have my back. Or as what is it they say? I got you 6.
I think so.
Something like that. So she always has my back. Always to make sure that I know what's going on. I wouldn't even have
Well-
a half of this if she hadn't got it for me.
So I guess that answers your other question.
What?
If she could watch you this week or not.
Yes, that's true. I meant to text her and ask
Text her and ask her if she's watching.
Bridget, are you watching me today? If you are, shake your head.
Yeah, she is. See? They don't know we can watch them back, do they?
Oh, me. It's going to be one of them days, I can tell. Jackson County Bama Club is also having a golf tournament. They're having theirs on May 12th at Goose Pond. So that money goes for scholarships.
Okay.
And then there's bass tournaments coming up. McDonald's Big Bass Splash. Can you say that fast 5 times? Big
I
Bass.
can't even say it right the first time.
Big Bass Splash. I know it's hard. It's going to be this weekend, March 31st through April 2nd. So all you fishermen, I don't know for sure. There's some guys that fish though from North Sand Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's I think it's Pat Jones' grandson maybe, and somebody else that they usually fish tournaments. So I don't know if they may be involved in that already, and I just don't know it. Katrina Barkley, our friend Katrina, April 14th from 9 to 12 Eastern Time. That's that night at at Fort Payne at Live at Vintage 1889. They say that's a really neat place to go to. And yes, I'm gonna try my best to go. It's been
Well, she's been
difficult.
The last time or two she put on a little concert, we've ended up missing it for whatever reason. And
Well, I know I'm always puny or something. Now this little note here. Oh, the Bryant Beta Club is selling at popcorn.
okay.
I already bought some. Did you know?
I did not know that.
Well, I bought the
That
white.
doesn't surprise me.
I bought why?
Well, you like
I
popcorn.
do love popcorn.
Yeah.
Why? I bought the white cheddar.
Well, did you ask me if I wanted any?
I didn't.
Well, what flavor do they have?
They have zebra popcorn, which is, I think it's like got chocolate syrup. Oh, chocolate, not syrup, but chocolate.
Yeah.
And caramel, and then kettle corn, and jalapeno cheddar,
Oh, okay.
and white cheddar. And no, I didn't even ask you what you wanted.
You didn't.
I'm a terrible person. But I figure you'll eat my white cheddar.
I don't know. I might not.
Well, you want to order some? All you got to do is contact any beta member at Bryant Junior High School, which Jonah Slay is the one that I ordered from.
Well, why don't I just tell Bridget tomorrow to order me 2 of something?
Oh, you do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you just tell her now? She's watching.
I don't know. See what she said back on your phone.
Proceeds are to be used. The money that they make on this is to be used to buy new benches for the car rider lines.
Oh, okay.
They've got some benches out there where you can sit, and wait on your ride.
Right.
But I think they're dilapidated.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's something, I'm sorry, I'm going to just jump out here on this limb and bounce on it till it breaks, probably. But Bryant Rutan Club, that would be a good project for them since I'm not a member and I have no say-so with what the Bryant Rutan Club does. But Mr. Carter and Miss Beverly Gilmer, Miss Vega Siegler, all you and there's a bunch more members, but those are the 3 that come to mind. Y'all need to help. Y'all need to do that. That's a good project for y'all to do.
And we don't mind volunteering.
Well, we
doing that.
don't mind. We'll volunteer anybody. As long as it's not.
I get volunteered quite often, so you know.
I've got lots of practice at volunteering people. So, yeah, but the Bryant Rotan, they should help out with that.
It'd be a good project.
It would be a good project. So, yeah. So that's an ideal for you, not beta, but Rotan Club members. Y'all keep that in mind. Also, I wanted to announce that the Northeast Alabama Technology Fair will be this Friday, April 7th, not this Friday, but next Friday, at the Northeast Alabama Agribusiness Center. And I think we have students from Bryant, North Sand, and Pisgah all going. And that's the robotics thing.
Yeah.
So,
Is that something anybody can go to and watch?
oh, I don't know. I don't know if they can or not. So, Bridget, if you know that answer, you can text me. I guess you could. I don't know.
She just texted you.
No, she didn't.
Oh.
That's the emergency mail I get from DeKalb County. And this is something that's dear to my heart here. And I meant to leave these with Evan last week, and I forgot. This is Harvest Christian School for the Deaf, and they are having a benefit singing at North Sand Mountain School on Saturday, April the 8th, from 7 to 9 p.m. I absolutely love to hear Jeff Hoff sing.
He's good. Yeah.
He is very good, and Benny Berry both. And I don't know Stacy Peak, but Stacy Peak and Jeff House and his wife and Benny Berry and the Harvest Deaf Choir will all be singing and performing at the at this benefit singing. They're also going to have some silent auction items, gift baskets, and baked goods. All proceeds will help keep the doors open to Harvest Christian School for the Deaf, and that is such a good organization. It's even the school I think is in Ringgold, but you know it's closer than, is it Talladega, where the Alabama School for the Deaf is?
I think so.
Because that's So for more information about this or how you can help, you can contact Cammie Green at 256-597-4263, V Peak at 256-597-2624, or Pat Jones at 256-597-2528. And I will hopefully leave some of these with Evan, and he can show them, you know, on the air at some point in time. And then this is just where we're going to talk with Mr. Chairman Hodges about the storm shelters not being open and being open and not knowing when and where they are. You can go for the awards part of the program. You cannot watch the actual competition at Northeast. So, but if you want to go for the awards part, you can do that. So, now you know.
Okay.
That woman is just a bucket full of information.
She is.
She know. If she don't know, she'll find out, because she has Google. Google knows everything. Siri don't know nothing, or Siri can't understand me, I think is what it is.
Siri's not as good as Bridget, we can say that.
No, that's right.
Siri's not the minority either.
Siri, well, and I have Alexa. You know, so we have Alexa that will be like, Alexa, turn your volume up, and you know, turn your volume down, or play this or play that, or sometimes she just ups and talks on her own. Alexa does, so you never know. So.
He knows all about somebody that just talks up.
now I get interrupted by 2 people.
Oh, me. You're such a lucky man. Now, do you have any announcements?
It's time for us to take a break.
Is it?
Yes.
When did you become the producer of this show?
When, see?
Okay.
About 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes ago, he told me to take a break. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, Jimmy's going to hit the highway over there. Actually, he's just going to go stand right over there and watch. And then Matthew's going to come on. Chairman Hodges will be on, and we're going to talk to him about cabins and storm shelters and anything else that's going on in Jackson County. So y'all stick around. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bart, Aunt Bee don't get around as good as she used to, and she's in need of a lift chair. Well, Andy, you gotta nip it in the bud. Comfort Gallery has catnapper lift chairs in stock with free delivery and setup. Catnapper reclining sofas in leather, designer fabrics, and even camouflage. Catnapper rocker recliners starting at $269. Hey Andy, I just been over to Comfort Gallery. They also have England sofas by Lazy Boy. Queen size pillow top mattress sets now $299. King size sets just $399. Is that a fact? Surprise, surprise, surprise! They now have free 1-year layaway and 6 months same as cash. And listen up, Andy. For the credit challenge, they now offer no credit check payment plans. Located in Kimball, Tennessee in the Old Hills building. That's Comfort Gallery Mattress and Furniture, open 7 days a week. Y'all go by there and see Gary.
Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street in Kimball. Free delivery and setup, 90 days same as cash, and easy payment plans. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 5. Telephone 423-837-3000.
It's time to stock up on Uncle Lars Outpost complete meals with dozens of choices. Try our gluten-free barbecue chicken and rice, or our hearty turkey stew, or choose our chuck wagon stew with long grain rice. All of our meals are ready to feed your entire family with no modified ingredients, no colors, no MSG, no dyes, and no preservatives. Also try our snacks and popcorn along with our flavored waters. Visit our 2 locations in Trenton, 12270 South Main inside Peddlers, on Main at Highway 136 West inside Cabins to Castles, or buy online at UncleLarsOutpost.com.
Planning your spring break? Whether your trip takes you to the water, the mountains, or just around the corner, trust the pros to get you there. March 15th through April 15th, get a $70 rebate after submission when you purchase 4 new Continental passenger or light truck tires. No matter the destination, make your first stop Brown's Tire Pros today. Your tire store since 1984. Online at brownstirepros.com. See participating stores for complete details. Terms and conditions apply. Offer expires 4/15/17.
A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main office is on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, welcome back to Sand Mountain Community Watch. Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Good afternoon.
How are
I must
ya?
say good morning.
Well, it's morning somewhere probably.
is,
I
yep.
don't know where, do you?
So maybe Hawaii.
I don't know. See, I don't
What
know
time
how
is it? Yeah,
it's-
I think they're 5 hours or 6 hours or 7 hour difference, something like that.
Okay.
It's morning in Hawaii
like
still.
like Ecuador, maybe, or some like some foreign country.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
go
now
with
that we got that settled. So how's life treating you?
Oh, we're moving along.
Moving along.
Busy year.
Is it? What's
It is.
been busy?
We've been working on the county park, and I can't talk a lot about details of what we're doing down there. We're trying to get a restaurant to come down to county park.
Oh.
So we've been working hard on that program. I hope it works out. If it doesn't, we're going to continue that effort. But
Now would that be a county-owned restaurant or
No.
just a
yeah,
restaurant?
private individual coming in and doing their thing in there. So we're trying to get things in line to make something like that happen. I hope we can, but I think that's our ultimate goal, is to try to get something down there.
Now there's a marina. Is there a marina there?
There is, yeah.
So
we've
you can
got-
like buy gas and all that for your boat.
That's right.
Okay, so most marinas have restaurants.
A lot of them have somewhere that you can go. Goose Pond has the docks there. You look at a lot of different places, and there's usually a restaurant nearby. But to have this would be right at the marina is what we're wanting to do. So to be able to have someone come in and, if you're out on the lake and want to stop for lunch, you pull up to our
Right.
dock there, tie in, and come in, have
That's
a
the way
sandwich.
it is at Harrison Bay, I think.
Here.
Yeah, yeah. You can just pull. I mean, you pull right up to it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's what we're trying to go for. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And you not only get the boat traffic, you also get people that just like to eat
Right.
seafood or whatever, and usually it's seafood.
Right.
I don't know why when you sit by a river you have to have
That's it,
seafood.
yeah. From the sea.
No, right?
I'm
If
sure.
it's
I don't know if they'll have
catfish.
catfish or not. We'll have to see. I don't know what all the menu would entail.
Oh, me. So
But-
do you like fresh fish?
I love food.
Well, me too.
I like anything, just about.
Yeah, yeah.
But I love seafood.
Oh, I do love yeah. I do too. And it's hard to get good, you have to be by the sea to get good
You do,
seafood. I don't
yeah.
know why that is.
That's the freshest place to get it. It's
Yeah.
expensive otherwise, and that's a lot of times we're not necessarily willing to pay
Yeah.
to get that fresh food. But catfish and a lot of the things that you get around, from the Tennessee River, there's some good stuff eating there too.
Yeah. So do we have a seafood place in Scottsboro?
So.
I mean, we
You
have
asked me that
Captain
question.
D's and we
Yeah,
have,
Captain D's.
but
Um,
like where you can get fresh seafood.
We had a seafood market for a time that was operating, and I don't know that they still are. I'm not sure if they still are. And then the meat market in Scottsboro, Patrick's Meat Market,
Okay.
they were doing fresh seafood every Thursday that you could
Oh.
get fresh seafood. I'm not sure if they're still doing that, but that was something they had going on. So there are a few places that have tried to do that and bring seafood in for folks.
Mm-hmm.
As far as restaurants, as far as something fresh like that, I know the Docks I think they do some specials and things like that may entail some fresh seafoods, but I'm not sure what all they have.
Yeah, I think they may do that at Gorham's Bluff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to Gorham's Bluff to stay?
Not to stay.
No.
We had a family event in one of the places up there.
Okay,
so-
I've been looking at that. I was going to surprise Jimmy for his birthday,
Uh-oh.
which is not till September.
Come here.
Well, it's gonna. I was gonna say,
Okay.
I'll change my mind 20,000 times
Okay.
before then.
Should keep you guessing.
I will. So, but my original thought was we need some place where we can get the whole family, all the kids and the grandkids and everybody stay in one place.
Yeah.
We'd probably kill each other, but that's beside the point. And so there's not a whole lot of places with 4 or 5 bedrooms,
Right.
And I don't even think there's one at Gorham's Bluff. So how big's the biggest cabin y'all have or will have at the?
They're
Park.
all the same size. I think I may have been wrong last time where I said how many they sleep, but they'll sleep 8. Each of them I think is 8. I believe is the number that we had set to be able to sleep in
okay.
each cabin. So and that'll be bunk beds, a twin bed or a queen bed, a king bed I think, or 2 queens maybe, and then a pull-out couch.
Okay.
So it'll sleep 8, and then they're coming along really, really nice.
Well, we come through there. I had surgery since I saw you.
Uh-oh.
On my, up here, and it was. So we come through there on the way. No, that was a different doctor. Never mind. I don't even know where it was. We had been to Huntsville to a different doctor. On the way back, and on the way down, we both said at the same time, "Let's go look at the cabins."
Yeah.
On the way back. Well, on the way back, we forget, and so we didn't get a chance to go look at them. But I want to go see them.
Yeah, swing by.
When will they be rentable?
The weather has slowed down a lot of
Oh.
stuff. Everything's dried and we're painting on the outside, but there's still some painting to be finished. The site work, landscaping and all still to be done. The insides are substantially complete. This is
Yeah.
probably the right way to say. So they're coming along. We're focusing on May to start in May. We were hoping sometime in April we could start, but we're hoping that definitely by May those will be open and ready to go. We will have an open house once we get a good firm date
good.
of when they'll be completed. We'll try to do an open house. Probably may do it a couple of weeks or maybe one weekend and one day during the week or something like that. So that folks can come and see them. I'd love to get folks down there now to kind of see what's going on and get some opinions and things, but there's a few things that if you had it to do over, you might do something differently.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm very, very pleased with them.
So what department of the county is over that?
The Parks Department.
Oh, duh. Okay, that would make sense.
Yep.
So they have somebody that does the decorating and all that, or do they sub that? I
That's where-
want to get
that's
rid of
where-
my stuff. Can
That's,
you tell?
that's where we talked about that last time. I think you're gonna just drop off some stuff for us, and we'd find
Every
a place
time I
to
come
put
through,
it.
I'll just bring you something.
you go.
I got some cute little teapots that'd be cute
There
in the
you
kitchen.
go. They've been responsible for getting the furniture, and we've got some a local artist, I guess, local photographer that's gotten us some images that will be posted in there.
good.
As far as, we've got some lamps and stuff like that. As far as little knickknacks beyond that, I guess we'll kind of see as we go. But it'll be fairly fully furnished, what's the word I'm looking for? Dishes and glasses and things like that, so that you can,
need some?
you can cook and we can set up and see what we got. So like you would, I've been to a couple different places, and basically they've got what you need. You go buy your groceries, you can do what you want there, or hopefully again we'll have a restaurant.
Yeah.
And if you want, you can go and have lunch or dinner or whatever there. Really right there. You can walk to it. So,
Yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah. There's so many fantastic pieces that can come with this, and I'm really excited about it. I just hope we can make it all, bring it all together.
So is that the latest thing that the commission's been working on?
As far as with the park goes, we've been working on a lot. I just can't remember what it all is. We're continuing with the Bellefonte stuff. Google's kind of, it's moving along.
It's going to be a slow process.
It is,
isn't it?
yeah. And Bellefonte, I think, to some extent, till they get started, once they get started with either project, they're going to move. Once they start actually building, it's going to move quickly. But getting to that point is tedious because there's a whole lot of work that has to happen before then.
Right.
So those things are constantly ongoing. I've not had time to breathe stop for 3 seconds. So I know that there's a lot going on. I just got to focus and think of what all that I've been doing
I
is.
saw you on the news the other night.
What were we talking
But
about?
you were all dressed up. What was he talking about? Do you remember?
We've
Well, apparently we paid lots of attention.
You
And I'm the
remember every
concerned
piece of it.
citizen. Can you imagine about those people that aren't as concerned? Because I was sitting
Well, I did the interview and I can't remember, so I'm trying to remember what it was on.
It was.
We'll think about it. I'll come up.
I cannot
we'll
remember.
Google it here in a
I
second.
would-
I'm sure that I already have Googled it to try to see how I looked and make sure I wasn't making some weird face.
Well, I'm sitting there working, and I thought, well, that person. I've got my laptop in my, where I sat in my little corner, and I'm working away, and I'm like. I thought, that sounds familiar. And Jimmy said, there's your baddie. And I looked at you. I said, oh, there's
That sounds
Matthew.
familiar.
And I'm like, but then I toned you out. I'm sorry. I don't have a clue what you said.
Like I said, I can't either. I'll figure it out in a second.
Yeah, we'll have to check into that because I'm sure it was very important, people.
Yes.
Yes, and you all should know what it was about.
I talked today about our budget. We did an interview today about the budget, just kind of updating where we're going. And I think last time I talked about we have some options where we can not raise taxes and solve our situation. So we're still looking at that and working on that and hoping that works out. We talked about that today, so that'll be something that'll be discussed a little bit further. But
Okay.
Like I said, there's really so many pieces to it. Everything is moving and working, which is good. Sometimes it doesn't work as fast as we want it to,
Right.
but it is working.
How about the website? Is it?
Coming along, we got the first amount of information. We have a county logo that we put together. We're still getting some modifications done on it, but we've got a new county logo. We've got a county slogan that we're trying to come together with. Don't get in a room full of people and ask for a slogan. They'll give you all kinds of stuff. Especially if they're, poking at you and having fun with it. We had a lot of interesting ideas yesterday.
I bet you did.
But we've got some different ideas on that. So we'll put some of that stuff out there. As I say about a lot of things, anything that you see, just because it's there doesn't mean it has to stay. If you think you got a better idea, share it with us because we want to know. And if something as a slogan, when we come up with something and it doesn't sound right, we want to run it on Facebook and try to do some things like that and see what folks think about it.
You hadn't had a Facebook meeting yet.
We haven't. We will do one in April, but we haven't set a date yet.
Okay.
We're
Be sure
going
to let
to
us
subject
know.
ourselves to the fires of Facebook
Oh,
and
yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah. Speaking of Facebook, I happen to have something here that I printed off of. Well,
Uh-oh.
actually, Bridget printed it off of Facebook for me. And this is one thing I wanted for us to talk about. Well, I said I had it. Of course, it's the bottom of the stack.
It's the last place.
The last place I looked. It's about the storm shelters.
Okay.
And I think we've discussed this before, but as most things in my life, it leaves. So who is over the storm shelters?
It depends on where they reside. So the county is ultimately we are responsible for two of them, which is Paint Rock Valley Park and there's Kirtley Putman Park, and then North Sand Mountain at the ball field there. We've got a shelter there.
So that's the only two the county's responsible for.
Correct.
Why?
If it's on, because those are the two that are on our property. The other ones were either done by the school systems, and they'd be responsible for those, or the municipalities that they're in. Now, that noted, there's some additional stuff that goes along with that. We work with them on all of those, to try to make sure they're open at the right times. We have keys, to help access them if need be. So it's a cooperation, but the ultimate responsible, person, or the one that owns it, would be whoever's property it resides on.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Okay.
Because we've had some issues at home.
All right.
Y'all stick around, find out a little bit more about these storm shelters when we come back.
Spring is just around the corner, and your lawn care and decisions about lawn care are soon to be on the horizon. Let me tell you about a good, dependable lawn care service that's ready to provide you honest, dependable lawn care and at a reasonable price. Holman's Lawn Care is ready to maintain your yard this spring. Call Denny Holman at 423-280-6495. Denny will be happy to provide you references and a free estimate. From residential to commercial, each lawn will be done with their personal commitment. Don't put your lawn care decision off any longer. Call Holman's Lawn Care, 423-280-6495. Selection, quality, and price are just a few reasons that folks are shopping at Cabins to Castles Home Furnishings. So whether you're looking for a bedroom, living room, or a dinette set, take the short drive to the Trenton exit just off I-59. We now offer financing at 6 months, same as cash. If you're looking for a place for kitchen chairs, we have a huge selection, 4 for $99. Cabins to Castles Home Furnishings. Selection, quality, and price. Just off I-59 behind the Kangaroo on Highway 136 West in Trenton.
Now open in Ider, it's Buy for Less. Catalog returns, overstock, shed pulls, everything from furniture, kitchen accessories, tools, baby items and clothes, outdoor equipment, and hunting gear. You'll find it at Buy for Less. Just like our name suggests, you can buy for less at Buy for Less. We're just south of the Ider four-way stop on Alabama Highway 75. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 4 Central, 11 to 5 Eastern. Saturday, we're open 9 to 1 Central, 10 to 2 Eastern Time. It's Buy for Less.
Get it hot and ready right now at Little Caesars, Highway 136 West in Trenton, and 411 Kimball Crossing in Kimball. Get that hot and ready pepperoni or cheese pizza for just $5. How about deep dish pizza, just $8? The new pretzel crust pizza, just $6. 10-piece Italian cheese bread, just $4. The 3-meat treat, just $8. And make sure you ask about the hot and ready meal deal.
Pizza.
Little Caesars, 2 locations to serve you, Highway 136 West in Trenton, and 411 Kimball Crossing in Kimball.
Looking for a great way to change your look? You'll find the friendly professionals at A Classy Cut Salon ready to care for you. A Classy Cut Salon is in the Grove Shopping Center next to the Dollar General. We serve men and women of all ages at A Classy Cut Salon. Call 657-5607. That's 657-5607 for an appointment, or just walk right in for your next classy cut from A Classy Cut Salon in the Grove Shopping Center, Highway 11 North in Trenton.
Hi, welcome back to Sand Mountain Community Watch. We were just talking I wasn't paying a bit of attention to the commercials, was you?
No.
I'm sorry.
We
Maybe
were.
y'all were. I don't know.
All of those ads.
Yeah, no. This was on Facebook, and a lady on the mountain, and I think she done an excellent job. She actually recorded trying to open the door at the storm shelter at Higdon, and it wouldn't open.
Okay.
And she went to Brighton, it opened.
Okay.
So there's this issue. She did come back and said, update, the shelter is now open. And somebody asked, well, how about Flat Rock? And she said, I don't know, I only drove to Brighton Higdon. Mm-hmm. Well, then somebody else said Flat Rock is so molded you can't stay in it. So that would be the school's issue.
That one, I believe, is on the elementary property in Flat Rock, correct?
I don't even know where it is.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's by the school.
I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that there have been some issues they've been trying to take care of in some of those locations. Every single one of those shelters has a vent to help air flow through.
Okay.
And I think that they were trying, I think there may have been an issue with one of them. They're trying to get that fixed and repaired, so that should be taken care of. As far as it being open, I just have to check and see. I know that there's our EMA folks, whenever there's a threat of severe weather, try to notify, usually in tornadic activity is when they'll notify. So I'm not sure, depending on when this instance happened, I don't know if there's a notice sent out saying that they needed to be open, or if, again, if these community members take it upon themselves, they could be open 24/7. But it's, again, up to whoever's maintains
And
or
see, that's
manages.
the problem. Like there at Higdon and Bryant, we're just a community, and we don't have one person that leads. We don't have a mayor or a police chief or anybody that we can say, hey, nobody we can point fingers at.
Right.
So that's why I'm pointing them at you now, Matthew.
That's why I'm here.
So we need, there needs to be a general rule of thumb across the board, and we have every month we have the DeKalb County EMA come on, Mr. Anthony Clifton, and I didn't know, because lightning scares me. Like really bad, and so I don't. But severe thunderstorm is not based on lightning.
Right.
Lightning has nothing to do with it. Well, the wind can be blowing 90 miles an hour, and I'm pretty cool. But you lightning bolt, I'm like, ah! So there needs to be, if the emergency management or whoever says, if it's a severe, if your area is under severe, but like we were just talking during the break, there should be, and there probably is, some way to mechanically open those doors.
Right.
Because if 3 people have keys, well, one of them's in the hospital, one of them's visiting the in-laws, and one of them's, shopping in Chattanooga.
Right.
What are we going to do?
Right. And I think something that may be a possibility based on what you're saying, I need to understand with Mike Aspirin, our EMA director, a little bit more about the process of how folks are notified. But for the time being, maybe it's even putting something on the door that gives you a phone number to call.
Yeah.
If it's locked, that you can call someone and say, hey, why is it not open, or is it going to be open, or whatever else the case may be.
Now, I know in Rosalie, I think they had an issue there at one time, but of one of the doors. When the tornado hit,
the back door. Right.
One of the doors was not open. But I've noticed now they put on Facebook the storm shelters will be open, or whatever if it's going to be bad, and that helps even just to let people
when
know.
The EMA does that, you're talking about?
No, Miss Mary.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
or Miss Wanda, one of the one of the sisters.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what having that type of thing in each community is kind of the key thing. And I know that it's difficult. We've got 2 people in our EMA staff. We've got
the whole EMA.
Right. We may have 2 or 3 deputies on the road at any given time, so we can't go out to every community and unlock.
That's all we have.
Yes. Yep.
Is it Mike and Felix?
Yep, that's right.
Wow.
So we don't have the staff to go out and unlock every facility. That's why we rely on, we work with the communities to when there's severe weather, work with them to get them open if there's a need or whatever the case may be. So.
Wow, I'm shocked. I did not know we only had 2 people.
I'm glad you know that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm like.
We're not overstaffed.
Now, Felix is a good man, but I don't think he can spread himself that thin, do you?
And they do. They spread themselves very thin. We have in the courthouse what we call the Emergency Operations Center. So if there's an incident going on.
That's what you were talking about.
The EOC?
Closing on bad weather days.
Oh, yes, at the commission meeting?
On the TV.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, that's right. We can talk on that too.
It just dawned on me. That was it. Yeah.
So one person has to remain in the EOC there. So even if there is, if we're getting out to another location or whatever else, it's difficult with only 2 people. Again, we've basically got one that can be out in the field, so to speak, and one person that remains in the EOC.
And that emergency management covers not only bad weather, it covers like wrecks and fires, and there's potential hazards.
Right. Almost anything where ADEM would be involved. If a boat sinks, they've got to be out there to make sure there's no fuel spill. If there is, they got to manage the situation until ADEM gets there. A vehicle, truck, a lot of these big trucks that have incidents, a lot of times they're losing fuel, and they've got to be out there to make sure that the situation is managed correctly. So I mean, there's a huge number of things that they can cover or events that they have to respond to.
Okay. So a person like me that wants to know can call who? Mike?
Ashburn, yes.
Mike
You can call Mike Ashburn or Felix Jackson, our EMA folks, and if you've got questions about those shelters, they'll either answer it or they can lead you in the right direction. And right now, if you get to a shelter and you think it should be open, feel free to call the EMA office. I need to get their number for you. And feel free to call the EMA office and let them know or ask the question, what's going on, why is this open, or why isn't it open, should it be open? You can even message them on Facebook, and I'm not sure, depending on the situation, they may or not be able to get back. Again, if there's just a whole lot of calls coming in, it may be difficult to respond to a Facebook message.
Right.
But usually they'll try to put a general message out there if it's that, hectic
Well,
out.
and the time to do this is now when the sun's shining.
Correct.
Don't
right.
wait till, we need to be prepared.
Right.
So today, when the sun's shining, we need to call and say, hey, tell me when this is going to be open. Tell me how I'm going to know. Tell me who do I call if I want to go to the storm shelter and things like that.
Right.
And have all that information on hand prior to. It would be cool if they could do some kind of postcard, Vistaprint for $9.99. Do some postcards to pass out, of how to contact, who has the keys, or if we can't do this remote
Right.
thing. And with these kids, our kids going to Northeast for these robotics,
Right.
put one of them.
We should be able to find someone that can build it for us.
That
right.
is exactly
Yeah,
right. They should be able to build it, and I don't know how much, and it probably wouldn't cost all that much.
Right.
It's way above my head.
Yeah, it's
But-
a matter of figuring out what it would take and making it happen.
Yeah.
And we've got more severe threat Thursday too. So.
Right. I saw that already.
So like you said, today's the day.
Today's the day. Yeah. Don't wait till Thursday at, when the storm's supposed to be, till.
That's an overnight one, I think. So
Is
don't,
it?
don't wait till 11 o'clock at night.
I know, right?
Yeah.
and then call up, because now's the time to be prepared.
Right.
And that's one thing I have learned from Mr. Clifton, is he does a really, and not that these guys don't, I just didn't realize that that's all we had in our emergency management. Now, do they get funding federally?
There's some federal dollars that go in there. It's basically funded through the general fund and through federal dollars. I'm going to say federal dollars is about 1/3 of their budget, and we cover the rest. I think that's about right.
Now, Mr. Clifton told me at one time, and I didn't realize this, and I think this is something that we really in Jackson County need to stress too to our citizens, is if you have any damage, you need to call them
Right.
and tell them. I
Right.
never knew that.
And there may be, any damage, and there's two reasons. One, that goes towards, if it's a FEMA declared disaster, obviously. But even if it's not, there may be an opportunity for you to recover some of the, cost or whatever to help you rebuild. Not always guaranteed, but it's something that you let them know so that they have that information, so that
Right.
when, if there's an opportunity that comes around, then they, you've got
And the way he explained it, the more that, like, even though it's little storms that it may not be declared disasters, the more you have reported to FEMA, the more grants you can get.
the more likely,
yeah.
right.
So if you have any wind damage or storm damage at all, anytime you need to call. Did you find their number?
I have not.
The
we can give it on the after the break. Maybe?
Okay, yeah, we'll
I'll try to
do
make
that
sure.
at the break. The emergency management phone number, and give them a call and let them know.
Mike's gonna love me for telling everybody to call now.
But the
I'm being rude here. I'm making sure I have the right number. So. Okay. All right.
let people know. I even told Mr. Clifton that I would call him when my wreath blew off the door.
There you go.
He's like, please don't tell everybody to do that. He said, you can call and tell me, but I don't want everybody telling me when their wreath blows off.
It was bent a little bit, right?
That's
So
right.
got to replace that.
Oh, man. Well, it was St. Patrick's Day, so it's
Okay.
over, so it needed to come down anyway. The good Lord's just taking care of me. Oh, man. But anyway, so that helps answer that question about the storm shelters. And if anybody else has any questions out there about that, just let us know. But we'll get you. Have you got it?
The EMA number
Yeah.
is 574-9344, and you all can call now and you can say that Cecilia sent you.
That's right. Tell Mike or Felix, either one, that Cecilia said to call now.
I will speak with him, Mr. Ashburn, and try to understand more about when those will be open, and we'll try to get something posted on Facebook to help share that information.
Okay.
Because communication, obviously, all we can do is good. So maybe every month or so we can post something saying, just keep in mind this is how you go about the process.
Yeah, even if they put like a card with all the information on Facebook, then we could print it off of Facebook.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So anyway, he's telling me we got to take another commercial break, so y'all stick around. We'll be right back.
Have lunch or dinner at Guthrie's, home of the original Golden Fried Chicken Finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. Guthrie's can help you plan your family's meals or get-togethers with bucket specials every Tuesday, those delicious wings on Wednesday, and platters every day of the week. Plus, get sweet tea by the gallon. Remember, Guthrie's has a party room for small gatherings, too. Guthrie's, Highway 136 West in Trenton, home of those Golden Fried Chicken Fingers and the best chicken finger sauce in the world.
Guthrie's, no fast food, good food fast.
Delivering top quality health care locally, we are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain, in Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. National Doctors Day is March 30th, and we would like to recognize our doctors and let them know how much we appreciate them. Dr. Teresa Baston at North Sand Mountain Healthcare Center, Dr. Susan Copley at the Scottsboro Health Center, and Dr. Charles Gittens at the Section Health Center. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Artsy Cafe is now complete with a new menu from gourmet burgers, grilled sandwiches, specialty coffees, fresh soups, and salads. And that's right, fresh baked desserts. The Artsy Cafe, located at 12238 South Main Street, Trenton, Georgia, across from Citizens Bank. Open Tuesday through Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Thursday, 9 a.m. till 8 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. To carry out, call 706-657-2780. The Artsy Cafe, where your food's not only good, it's delightful.
We need your help to fight unemployment insurance fraud. I'm Mark Butler, Georgia's Labor Commissioner. Unemployment insurance fraud can be as simple as someone failing to report earned wages while receiving benefits, or a more organized effort to cheat the system. Either way, it's a crime that can lead to jail time. If you suspect someone is committing fraud, let us know and we'll keep it confidential. Go to employgeorgia.com and click on the Report Fraud link at the top of the page. You report and we'll investigate.
Brought to you by the Georgia Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Attention Sand Mountain, Tennessee Valley Net is expanding. High-speed fiber optics and over 200 channels of digital TV now available in the Davis community from White Oak Baptist Church to the Alabama state line on Highway 301 North. If you live in this area and you want high-speed fiber optic internet service with speed starting at 100 megabits per second up and down for residential customers, then call today. 657-4367. That's 657-4367. Tennessee Valley Net, expanding high-speed fiber optics and digital TV to the Dade County area.
Hi, welcome back to Sand Mountain Community Watch. We're just talking because we finally remembered what he was doing a TV interview for a competing station. I don't think they're competing. But anyway, for a different news channel. And it was, what's it called? Open?
The weather policies, it's liberal leave is what usually is utilized, so that's what we put in ours is
liberal
a
leave.
notion of liberal leave. And what that does is currently, and folks probably notice that we'll close the courthouse, if there's threat of snow, usually in cases of snow. Sometimes if there's, a bad tornado threat or something like that, we'll close in order to get employees home. That way we don't have a courthouse full of people either if something does happen. A lot of times, though, when we do that, when we close or delay, nothing happens, So in order to reduce the number of closures that we have, but also provide an opportunity for employees to be safe if they feel that there's a need, for them to go home or be somewhere else, we've created this liberal leave, which is done, again, I know the federal government does, a lot of state offices and local offices do it as well. It just means that an employee, instead of closing the courthouse, we would put a state of liberal leave, which means if you feel like you can't, if you've got ice in your driveway or on your road and you can't make it, but in general folks can make it to work, then you got to use your own annual time. but you would take your time and you'd stay out of work, and that you can do that. Or if if there's a tornado threat or whatever else, and you feel like you just need to be at home, that's your safe place. And we invoke liberal leave, then you can do that. You can take that time off using your time to do that. So it's going to limit the number of times that we close the courthouse office, but it's also going to allow our employees, if they feel there's a threat to them or their families, they can respond to that as opposed to waiting on me to make a decision about it.
So what if everybody leaves?
If everybody leaves, then
everybody's
we're
like-
probably shutting down.
So who's the last person to? Does does the courthouse close?
It does. We've closed for snow events and things like that. And again, if there's snow on the ground, we're definitely probably going to close because that's what we do.
I mean, who's the last person to leave during the day?
During the day?
I mean, because the jails.
There's 24 hours. There's somebody in there.
Okay.
You can only get in there in the building from 7 to 4:30, but our dispatch is in there 24 hours a day.
Now, okay, that's
Right.
what the sheriff's dispatch. Okay.
And you may have some deputies in and out, during the day, or investigators and things like that.
Okay.
And some very dedicated employees that come in and.
Toot toot! Are you tooting that on the Lord? I have to toot mine every now and then too. Oh man! So, okay. Well, so I wondered about that because I'm like, well, who's the last person to lock the doors? What I was
usually, I mean, and that's the thing we talked about. And there's a lot. There's so much stuff that we have to do as far as policy-wise to get things done, and we're working towards all that. And again, it's just a constant move to do that. But in an instance like a tornado threat, if you're in the courthouse and we come under immediate tornado threat, we're shutting down the courthouse and you're coming downstairs with us. We're gonna, we've got things like that we do our best to try to keep everybody safe. With weather, you never know.
Right.
You don't know what's going to happen next when.
But
in the
that's
next
a good
second.
place to be, I would think.
Right. It was built to be to withstand, pretty good issues, tornadoes, things like that. So, Lord willing, it will do that.
Yeah.
And that's the safest place in the courthouse to be, is down in our basement in the EMA office.
Oh, and that's where
in
the
that
EMA,
hallway.
Yeah. Okay. So sometime when I'm back at Scottsboro, I'm gonna come. I've never been in the basement.
Okay.
Because I've been scared.
We'll go down there.
I've always been afraid. I've heard crazy stories. There's ghosts in there.
I've been down there by myself in the dark several times. I'm okay.
Yeah, I can tell. It didn't bother you a bit, did it?
Why do you think I'm still? It allows me to withstand this. Just don't go down the long hallway. There's a long hallway down there that's really dark and mysterious. No. It's no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
You hear a few noises, but nothing big.
This top part's scary enough. I always have
Yeah.
to pay somebody when I'm down there.
There's
No matter
taxes.
I know. We went by, and I was going to come see you, but I was on my way to Huntsville to the doctor, and we went in and got our pistol permits. So, and I'm like, y'all just let anybody have these, won't you? So, but
I thought I told them not to let you have. They must have misunderstood me.
they took my picture and everything now.
Wow.
Yeah.
They changed the rules, so they probably have to let you have one now. Yeah, they've got the camera and everything. Get your picture on there.
Yeah, it's $15. It was $15.
Right.
Yeah.
That
so,
helps. That helps with our vehicles. Keep vehicles on the road.
Yeah.
Because that's
Well, we
all that
need
they
'em.
use right now for our sheriff's vehicles. They don't get any funding from the county commission for their sheriff's vehicles. So.
What?
Yeah.
So look, how they running?
By the skin of their teeth.
I bet.
Right now it's through pistol permits. They had some funds from several years ago when we had federal inmates. Those funds have been dwindled down. So I mean, they've done an awesome job with the limited dollars they have.
Wow. So if I see a cop, and because I really appreciate anybody, the volunteers, the cops, whoever that does all this for other people and never gets recognized. So instead of me buying a cop a cup of coffee, I need to put some gas in his car, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
they'd
really.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's crazy. I didn't
Of course,
know that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sure that they appreciate, anything that just recognizing all our EMS folks,
Yeah.
Anything that they do, because they, going back to, when we have severe weather, they're the ones that are out there. You
We've
know,
got some awesome volunteers at
We do.
Higdon. I know.
all throughout.
Yeah, I'm sure we do. The ones at Higdon, I think, they do a really good job, and I appreciate them. They came when you made the road too rough for Jimmy to fall on.
You put a dent in it, right?
Too bad now they can't fix it because we ain't got no
that
money.
pothole that you started.
Exactly. That pothole now will be turned into gravel. But I appreciate the volunteer fire departments and all. Oh, speaking of that, I did not make that announcement. Rosalie is having, their volunteer fire department is having a online Tupperware sale, I think, on Facebook. So y'all be sure and check out Rosalie Volunteer Fire Department on Facebook. And it don't matter if you need Tupperware, order some anyway. I got some the other day I didn't need.
You can always use
You
Tupperware.
can always, Jimmy, the lady brought it to the door and Jimmy brought it in and he said, "What's this?" Well, let me tell you what it was. I had ordered a cake icing spreader so I could ice cakes pretty. This was ordered before the doctor put me on a strict diet, so now there's no more cakes. So I said, I guess we can dig the mayonnaise out of the bottom of the jar.
There you go.
Yep, can't eat mayonnaise. So it's in the drawer, still in the paper,
You'll find something for
I
it.
know it. I'll find something. Well, there's no. We can use it to go fishing, dig out worms to go
There you
fishing or
go.
something. You can always use Tupperware. There you go. So, and it will help the Rosalie Volunteer Fire Department. So, y'all be sure and check that out as well. So, what's coming up next, Matthew? What y'all got coming
A lot
in?
more stuff. We've done a lot of stuff. We got a lot more stuff, real general.
I love those specifics.
Yeah.
Were you happy with the meeting that we had at the school? No.
Yes,
Yeah.
North Sand Mountain?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think we had a community meeting last night. We didn't have a huge turnout. We had threat of storms again. But any of those that we can do, I think is important to try to communicate what we've got going on. The Facebook thing, I hope we can everything works out and we get that done. That's another opportunity for folks to educate, themselves on what's going on. It's every day you hear, folks asking questions about things, and I'm gladly wanting to respond. I think all of our department heads, the folks in the county, want to respond to that. But it's about making the effort to understand that. So whether it's a Facebook meeting, a community meeting, watching the show here, whatever you take time to do, I think is important because this is your community.
Right.
I mean, we're making decisions that affect you on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Because that's when we vote weekly. So on a daily basis, really, on the administrative side. So whatever happens, so that you can better understand why we're doing it, or you can say we're fools for doing it.
Yeah.
We try our best to get out there and give you an opportunity to do that.
And if you don't know, you got to ask.
Right.
That's the only way you're going to learn is to ask. And don't do like I did. And when you hear, oh, I believe that's our chairman on the TV, don't just sit there. Actually, pay attention to what he says.
Yeah, that's another way we're getting the information.
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. And because I wouldn't have known about, this liberal leave thing.
Right.
Speaking of leaving, the courthouse is going to be closed on April 24th, I believe. Yeah.
We've got a couple days in April. Let me make sure.
Oh, do you have another one?
Yeah, we actually will be closed on Good Friday as well.
Okay.
The 14th. Is that
Good
correct?
Friday.
Yeah, the 14th and the 24th.
Okay. The 14th and okay, so y'all be sure. Boy, there ain't nothing make anybody no madder than to drive from Bryant to Scottsboro and y'all be closed.
Yeah, and we've done a small thing. I think we mentioned about putting signs out there so you don't get out of your car. But if you've driven from Bryant to Scottsboro, the sign's not going to make the difference.
Oh no, you're still going to be mad.
Right. We posted on our Facebook page. So on any given day, again, if there's a threat of weather or threat of snow, you can look on our Facebook page, and even if nothing happens, look on there just to be safe and make sure that we're still open, or whatever the case may be, because we try to post all of that information on our Facebook, meeting schedules and all.
What is Confederate Memorial Day?
It's Memorial Day for
Confederate. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, are y'all doing anything? Is there anything special going on in the county?
No, it's a state holiday, and there's a few states that still do it. So Alabama is one of them that still does. So we pick up all the state holidays, and that's one of the ones that we continue to do. And it's similar to Memorial Day, just to remember those that fought during that time.
Okay, cool. Well, that's kind of what we figured, but if you don't know, ask.
Right, that's
so,
right.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. He's telling us we're going to have to wrap it up. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll be back next Tuesday, good Lord willing. I'm not sure who will be here with us, but somebody will. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful week.